Most retail traders enter the market with goals, very clear goals. Make 10% a month, flip a small account into a big one, quit the job, trade full-time, live free. And on the surface, that sounds disciplined, it sounds ambitious, it sounds like direction. But in practice, those goals are the very thing that quietly destroys most retail traders before they ever get consistent. This video is about why goals fail traders, why systems outperform goals every single time, and why the moment you stop chasing outcomes and start building systems is the moment trading finally starts to make sense. This is the reality of how markets reward behavior, not wishes. If you are a retail trader and you still think success comes from setting better goals, this video may completely change how you approach trading forever. Retail traders are conditioned to think like employees. Employees are taught to chase targets, hit the quota, reach the KPI, meet the deadline. Goals work in structured environments where inputs are controlled and outputs are relatively predictable. Trading is the opposite of that environment. You cannot control the market. You cannot force profits. You cannot demand consistency from randomness. Yet retail traders bring a goal-based mindset into a system-based environment and wonder why they feel stressed, emotional, and inconsistent. A goal in trading is an outcome you do not control. You do not control whether the market trends or ranges. You do not control volatility. You do not control news. You do not control liquidity. You do not control whether your setup plays out today or fails 3 times in a row. When your focus is on a goal, your emotional state becomes tied to things you cannot command. That is the first crack where psychology starts to break down. This is why goals create pressure. When a trader says, "I need to make 5% this week," the word need becomes dangerous. That need creates urgency. Urgency leads to forcing trades. Forcing trades leads to breaking rules. Breaking rules leads to inconsistency. Inconsistency leads to losses. And losses trigger revenge, fear, or paralysis. The trader then blames discipline, mindset, or bad luck without realizing the real problem was the goal itself. Systems remove this problem entirely. A system is not about results. A system is about behavior. A system defines what you do, when you do it, and what you never do. A system operates whether you're winning or losing. A system does not care how you feel. A system does not rush. A system does not panic. A system does not celebrate. It simply executes. Professional traders do not wake up thinking about how much money they want to make today. They wake up thinking about whether market conditions align with their model. They think about liquidity, structure, timing, risk, and execution. Profit is not chased. Profit is a byproduct of correct repetition. Retail traders struggle because they reverse this order. They chase profit first and hope execution magically improves later. Systems flip that completely. Execution comes first. Results follow when they follow. Goals also distort decision-making in subtle ways. When a trader is down on the day and still has a daily profit goal, the mind starts negotiating. One more trade, slightly higher risk, a less clean setup, a trade outside the plan. This is not because the trader is reckless. It is because the goal is whispering pressure into every decision. The trader stops asking, "Is this my setup?" and starts asking, "Can this get me back to my goal?" That shift is lethal. A system removes negotiation. Either the setup is present or it is not. Either the rules are met or they are not. There is no bargaining. There is no almost. There is no emotional math. There is only execution or patience. This is why systems create calm traders and goals create anxious ones. Another reason systems beat goals is because goals anchor your identity to short-term outcomes. If your goal is to make money, every losing trade feels like failure. Every drawdown feels like proof you're not good enough. Your confidence rises and falls with your P&L. This emotional volatility destroys objectivity. You stop seeing the market clearly because you are constantly defending your self-image. Systems anchor identity to process, not outcome. A trader with a system measures success by rule following, not profit. A losing day where rules were followed perfectly is still a successful day. A winning day where rules were broken is a failure. This shift rewires how the brain experiences trading. Stress reduces, patience increases, confidence stabilizes. Markets reward consistency. That's why goals promote intensity and systems promote consistency. Most retail traders also misunderstand discipline. They think discipline means forcing yourself to follow rules while chasing a goal. That is exhausting. True discipline is not force, it is structure. Systems reduce the need for discipline because decisions are already made in advance. You are not deciding whether to trade, the system decides. You are not deciding where to exit, the system decides. You are not deciding risk, the system decides. When decisions are pre-made, emotional interference drops dramatically. Another critical point most traders miss is that goals are static while markets are dynamic. A goal does not adapt to changing conditions. A system does. A market that trends beautifully one month may chop violently the next. A trader focused on goals will try to extract the same results from completely different environments. A system-focused trader recognizes when conditions no longer fit their model and steps aside. This is how professionals survive long-term, not by forcing consistency from the market, but by being selective about when they participate. Systems also solve one of the biggest hidden problems in retail trading: overtrading. Goals create a reason to trade. Systems create reasons not to trade. A system filters opportunities. It narrows focus. It limits activity. Most of trading success comes from what you avoid, not what you take. Goals encourage activity. Systems encourage selectivity. This is why many profitable traders place very few trades. They are not lazy. They are precise. Another uncomfortable truth is that most retail traders do not actually want systems. They want certainty. Goals feel like certainty. A number, a target, a finish line. Systems feel boring, repetitive, slow, unsexy. But trading is not entertainment. It is performance under uncertainty. Systems accept uncertainty and operate within it. Goals try to dominate uncertainty and fail. A system also allows for proper feedback. When you have a system, you can review execution objectively. Did I follow rules? Did the setup meet criteria? Was risk correct? When you trade based on goals, feedback becomes emotional. Why did I lose? Why did this happen to me? Why am I unlucky? One approach improves skill. The other reinforces frustration. Systems also protect you during drawdowns. Goals do not. When a drawdown hits, a goal-based trader feels behind schedule, behind plan, behind life. That pressure compounds losses. A system-based trader expects drawdowns. They are built into the model. Risk is designed to survive them. There is no panic because nothing unexpected is happening. This is the difference between amateurs and professionals. Professionals expect pain and plan for it. Amateurs expect profit and panic when pain arrives. Another reason systems beat goals is that systems scale. Goals do not. Once a system is profitable, position sizing can be adjusted. Capital can grow. Execution remains the same. Goals often lead traders to increase risk prematurely to hit bigger numbers faster. Systems grow naturally through controlled expansion. This is why traders who focus on systems survive long enough to compound. Systems also create trust. Trust in your edge, trust in your execution, trust in yourself. That trust is earned through repetition, not desire. Goals demand trust before it is deserved. Systems build trust slowly and permanently. Let's be very clear about something important. This does not mean you should never have long-term direction, but direction is not the same as goals. Direction might be becoming a consistently disciplined trader, or mastering one setup deeply, or executing flawlessly for a year. These are system-aligned intentions, not outcome demands. The market does not pay you for wanting money. It pays you for correct behavior over time. When you truly understand this, trading changes. You stop waking up emotional. You stop forcing trades. You stop feeling behind. You stop measuring yourself daily. You start focusing on execution quality. You start protecting capital. You start thinking in probabilities instead of hopes. And ironically, that is when profitability starts showing up. Systems beat goals because systems are realistic. They accept uncertainty. They respect randomness. They focus on what can be controlled. Goals ignore all of that and ask the market to cooperate. The market never cooperates. Retail traders fail not because they lack ambition, but because they aim at the wrong target. The target is not profit. The target is process. Profit follows process the way a shadow follows a body. Chase the shadow and you lose both. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Stop asking how much you want to make. Start asking how well you execute. Stop measuring success by outcomes. Start measuring it by consistency. Stop building goals that pressure you. Start building systems that protect you. Because in trading, the traders who survive are not the ones with the biggest goals. They are the ones with the strongest systems.